Hi, my name is Jennifer Schultz. I'm the author of the Skill-Based Assessment of Core Communication Standards K-2, available through Dynamic Resources, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about this assessment today. The Skill-Based Assessment of Core Communication Standards for kindergarten through second grade is a non-standardized assessment tool for speech-language pathologists. This tool allows SLPs to efficiently assess phonological awareness, speaking, listening, and language skills of students who are functioning at the kindergarten through second grade levels. Because the skills in the SACCS are based on the Common Core state standards and they use vocabulary that is learned at each specific grade level, student performance can be compared to grade level expectations through the SACCS. The SACCS is useful to the SLP in many ways. It can be used to document present levels of academic achievement and functional performance for writing individualized education plans. The information obtained through administration of the SACCS is also useful for establishing a student's baseline performance on targeted language skills prior to treatment. Progress monitoring on these same skills can be achieved with repeated administrations 2 or 3 times per school year. For students who are struggling with language expectations in the general education classroom, but who have not yet been identified as having a language impairment, the SACCS can be used to inform team decisions in a response to intervention model. Because the SACCS is not a standardized assessment tool, SLPs can pick and choose specific skills that they want to administer to a student. SLPs can also administer items from multiple grade levels, depending on the student's individual strengths and weaknesses. For students who have been identified as having a language disorder, you will use the results of standardized assessments, reported concerns from parents and teachers, and your own observations to determine which skills to assess at which grade levels. Keep in mind that the skills at each SACCS grade level indicate what students without language and learning impairments are expected to achieve at the end of that grade. In most cases, because you already know your student has a language disorder, you will administer test items that are 1 to 2 grade levels below the student's current grade. Because the SACCS is not standardized, you might also choose to administer grade level skills, providing additional scaffolding such as modeling and cueing as needed for the student to perform skills with modifications. The SACCS combines authentic assessment procedures of classroom observation with structured probes to provide a clear picture of the student's communication abilities in comparison to grade level expectations. Speaking and listening skills are assessed by rating scales that are completed during classroom observation. These observations are supplemented with teacher interview as needed. Phonological awareness and language skills are assessed through structured probes that are administered in an individualized setting. When administering structured probes, you want to be sure that you are assessing the student's ability to complete targeted language skills, not their understanding of your directions or how the task was presented. Unlike standardized testing procedures, you are allowed to provide examples prior to administering test items, to repeat or revise instructions as needed, and to provide supports during testing to enable students to complete grade level skills with modifications. All materials needed to administer the SACCS, including picture stimuli and test protocols, are included in the SACCS manual. The SACCS manual is spiral bound. Place the book on the table between you and the student during administration. Pages are bound so that you can easily read test instructions and stimuli, while the student is able to view any pictures that are needed to complete the tasks you are presenting. Because your test protocols are included in the manual, you will never need to spend additional money to purchase new administration forms. Just choose those forms or pages of forms that you will need for your specific student and copy them. These forms are also available to download for free from the Dynamic Resources website. SACCS results are reported as a percent correct on each specific skill at a given grade level. Percent correct measures can also be reported for communication domains of phonemic awareness, speaking and listening, and language for each grade level. Under the Summaries tab of the SACCS 2 manual, you will find progress monitoring forms. These forms list skills in each communication domain, and they are color-coded by grade level and skill type. The forms provide space for reporting up to 3 separate test administrations. This allows you to record scores obtained in repeated administration to show changes in performance across time. In addition to using the data to inform your treatment planning decisions, the data is also useful for IEP progress reports, parent-teacher conferences, and other team meetings. The summary forms can be used themselves as a standards-based report card for communication skills if that is a need for you. The SACCS K-2 is available online at the Dynamic Resources website. Questions can be addressed to me using the mail@dynamic-resources.org email address.